Hello and welcome to Tipsy VP episode 17 April 2020, a weekly show where we share tips and tricks on how to improve your social media. Tipsy VP is brought to you by Virtual Palace Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses go digital. My name is Sean. This week's weekly Tipsy, 6 ways to create an effective LinkedIn event. Just last week, LinkedIn released the events feature to all company pages. This feature was initially launched only to selected companies late last year around October. And because the prolonged COVID-19 social distancing mandates have been causing the cancellation of many events throughout the entire year, this move by LinkedIn is very well timed. If you are a brand focusing on events and would like to take advantage of this feature, here are some tips that might help. Number 1, build awareness before the event. Although many have highlighted the importance of this point, us even more so, companies still do not practice it diligently. In order to ensure your event is attended by as many people as possible, you need to start building awareness as early as 2 weeks to a month before. If you run offline conventions on an annual basis and events and courses, and you usually take about a month or two to market it offline, chances are you need to do the same. Just because it's virtual doesn't mean that you need to pay less attention and it gets across faster. Same thing, you still need to put a lot of time. The more time you put on it, the more people will know. The more people will know and reminded of it, the more will attend. Number 2, promote benefits of the event. Although people will be stuck at home most of the time, they will not be willing to spend it on your event if they don't see value in it. Spend some time introducing the topics of your event and adding some hooks that will spark their curiosity. Let's say if your topic is something about how to do business in these tough times, how to implement and do well in e-commerce during these times. The hook would be asking questions, raising some questions. They would go like, yeah, I'm having problem with this. What should I do? Then because you already got their attention, you say that they're already interested in what you have to say, then there's chances are higher that they would actually say, yes, I will attend your event. Number 3, introduce and promote speakers, if any. If you're hosting an event that will include multiple speakers, it also helps to leverage off their knowledge, expertise, and fame. Introduce them and ask them to give a 30-second brief on what they'll be talking about. And you also talk about their experiences, you talk about, how many years they've been here, what do they have, what kind of books they had, all these kind of things. You help leverage on their knowledge and their key selling point. That's what an event using those speakers are for anyway, right? So imagine you putting it out on LinkedIn all the time, running ads to promote these things, and getting people to go to your event. Register for your virtual event. Number 4, run ads that target potential audiences. LinkedIn users tend to be very diligent in updating their profiles. This includes where they work and what positions they hold. They are actually, as opposed to Facebook, where people don't actually update their profiles very much, LinkedIn people actually update their profiles very much and they are very, very accurate. So you can actually use this to your advantage by running ads that specifically target them. Craft visuals and captions that speak directly to them so they feel personally connected with it. That will dramatically increase the conversation rate. For example, if we are running advertisements directly targeting CEOs, C-level executives, right? Specifically CEOs, we know how to talk to CEOs. In order to know how to write captions and craft visuals for CEOs, we need to know what they are motivated by. CFOs, what are they motivated by? The numbers. CEOs are more of the results. And COOs are more of the systems, the objectives, the step-by-step stuff, how to improve efficiency. So you can be selling the same audience, selling the same event, but when you talk to different audiences, by crafting different kind of captions, you are able to reach out to them better instead of just a generic caption that tries to hit everybody. And you can also target audiences that are in specific industries. For example, if your talk is about logistics, manufacturing, import-export, right? You can actually specifically target these audiences in order to properly increase the reach for them and invite them to come over to the event. Number 5, connect with groups. There are many active groups in LinkedIn filled with members who may be interested in your event. Take some time to get yourself actively engaged with the groups so they are more receptive with event promotions. Not all groups allow promotions like these, but LinkedIn groups are generally more accepting than Facebook. It is, after all, a professional connection platform. We know that Facebook has groups as well. And in Facebook groups, I can tell you, safe to say, most of them do not allow any form of promotion in their groups because they want to keep it a very casual and non-businessy kind of thing. But because LinkedIn is a business platform, right, to begin with, so they are more accepting when it comes to these things. But that said, you can't just go into a group and directly say, hey, I got something to sell, please buy my stuff. Or hey, I got an event, please come over. You have to engage with the event. Make sure you are engaging with people first. So there's a little bit of legwork that happens maybe a month or two before. Start working on it, get people to know who you are, engage with them, talk to them, comment on their posts, make sure you are known first, and then you say, hey, you know what? We got an event coming up. Would you like to attend the event? I think you'll be interested in this event. Then they are more receptive. It's a human thing. Number 6, run post-event campaigns to follow up. Run during the event, provide them access to special white paper or unreleased guide in exchange for emails or phone numbers. You can even get them to simply follow your page to be updated on certain information on a later date. So kind of like give them a little bit, but don't give them everything. And in order for them to obtain the full thing of it, like maybe the latest guide or something like that, right? They will need to give you something, some form of connection. And you can use this to actually run advertisements onto them and try to close them for something else. Because chances are your event will be free. And as a business, you don't do anything for free. So if you can't make money from the event, you have to eventually be able to make money somewhere else. So this is very important. You have to have a post-event campaign that you need and that you can potentially monetize your audience with. If your event is paid and you can only, people can only go in by invitation when they buy a ticket and all that, and you can make that work, it's fine. But if it's not, and chances are most of us cannot monetize the event because it's the first time we are doing it, they don't know how well it's done, it's harder to sell, sponsors may not like it, blah, 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 blah. So that means you need to run post-event campaigns to follow up and hopefully convert from there. All right, so here's a recap on this week's Weekly Tipsy. 6 ways to create an effective LinkedIn event. Number 1, build awareness before the event as long as possible so they get more reach. Number 2, promote benefits of event. Lay down hooks, spark the curiosity, get them to want to know more. Number 3, introduce and promote speakers, if any. Speakers help leverage the name of your event, talk about them, expertise, knowledge, fame, anything, what books they have. Number 4, run ads that target potential audiences. LinkedIn is able to target audiences based on industries, based on positions, based on companies. So make use of that. Number 5, connect with groups. LinkedIn has groups. Most important is you go in there, you make nice with people first before you start selling start promoting your event, because if you go in there and straight promote your event, people won't like it. Number 6, run post-event campaigns to follow up, because chances are you may not be able to monetize very well for your events. So you may need to set up a post-event campaign in order to follow up and convert from there. Right, that's all for Tipsy VP this week. Tipsy VP podcast is a part of Social Media Weekly and Spielberg, Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. Our full videos are available on YouTube, and we post bits and clips on Instagram and Facebook. This is Tipsy VP episode 17, April 2020. My name is Sean. Au revoir.